Hello, how are you doing today? In this video today, we are going to check the journey of B company. You can see in year 12, B company was it was ranked first together with the A company. But when we go to year 13, you can see B company lost his position and it went to position 4. And then year 14, you can see it kept on losing and it reached a rank of number 7. And then year 15, actually it was number 9. And without doing anything, I think this company will end up being in the last position. And what we need to do now is to identify the problem of this company. Okay, let's go to comparative competitive effort. Where is B? You can see B here. B company is actually, they were doing good. They had a market share of 9.8% under wholesale and 8.7% under internet marketing, internet segment. And then when you go to Europe, still 8.4 and then 10.1. It was doing pretty well. So there must be something that was really ailing this company, and that's the reason why it was dropping. Let's check the EPS, ROI, and stock. You can see big company. They started very well, but as they have been progressing from especially year 14 to 15, they have been dropping their earning per share. When you go to return on equity, again, big company has been reporting a decline in the return on equity. Stock price, the same case. When we go to credit rating, we see big company has been losing its credit worthiness over time. Image rating, you can see it has really maintained it so well, but it has not attained 100%. When we go to corporate responsibility, we can see a big company has not received an award. Now, clearly, those reports are not showing us the problem, but when we go to distribution and warehouse, we can see the main problem facing this company. We can see here the inventory. You can see beginning inventory for Asia Pacific is about 9,805 units, and then in Latin America is about 5,884. Those are very huge figures. And also, let's see in USA or America is about 3,000, also very huge. Again, in Europe, about 1,400. This is also a very huge figure. Okay, so the main issue facing this company is inventory management. Before we go, let's see the competitiveness of this company. We can go back to comparative competitive efforts, and here we can start in America. You can see big company. Let's see number of model, it has 471, SQ rating 9.0. Let's see other company with the highest SQ rating and nearly the same number of model. A has 9.3, but number of model is quite less, 150. And then when we go to D company, they had 450 and 8.8, and I, they had 9.0 and 450. K had 9.7 but 52. Therefore, the main competitor of a B company is I and D, because they are having nearly the same number of model. Therefore, competition is not that much. And we can see here we have a H company. Where is H? H has a number of model availability for H is 55. So what is this? Actually, this is D and I. D and I are the main competitor for B company. Therefore, with the two competitors, we can split the market share, and you can see B really has a significant market share, which can give it an advantage. And that's why when we go to compensation and training, we have maintained nearly what was there previously. Base wage, it was 2%, but we have reduced to 1%. Best practice training, we have increased mostly for Latin America to 7,500 because we want to attain a very higher figure. Supervisory staff, we are having 40 to 1, that's okay. And then supervisory compensation increase, we are having 1%. All right, for branded production, what we have done, we have tried to reduce the use of superior material, because using a very huge amount of superior material is going to make a cost of production for these shoes to be quite high, and that's why we have maintained to below 50. And then also enhanced styling and features, we are having below 50, but maintaining PQ rating, SQ rating of at least 9.4 and above. Okay, now let's go to internet marketing. Internet marketing, you can see we are maximizing our search engine advertisement, because you can see here, let's go to North America. You can see such as company A, which is our competitor, is already having 16,000 in search engine advertisement. In North America, when we go to Europe, they are having 11,000, Asia Pacific 9,000, and Latin America 9,000. Therefore, that's the reason why you are having these figures, because you want to compete them. And then in wholesale marketing, again here we can see our competitor. When we check the brand advertising, we can see A is having 1,500, and then that is in Latin America, and then the best, which is K, is having 21,000, and that is the reason why you can see here we are maximizing ourselves and making sure that we have the maximum, which is 30,000, and this is going to give us an advantage. But 30,000 is quite a lot, and let's just reduce to about 20,000, because it's quite difficult for others to just increase that drastically, and it's going to cost us money just doing that. So there, let's see, in Asia Pacific, the largest brand advertising. So I think there was a mistake. Company A made a mistake in last round, and that's why they're having a 1,500. Supposed to be a big figure. So I'm sure they're going to update. So let's just have 30,000. There it is. And then you can see retailer support, we are increasing 8,000, and then 7,250. What we're trying here to do is to make sure that we have the best values here, so that we can have a largest number of retailers supporting our product. And then now having an advantage when it comes to marketing, and then as well as the SQ rating, let's go and correct the problem. So here we have two options when correcting the problem of large inventory. First of all, we can say that this inventory have quite spectacular specs. For example, you can see they're having at least 483 number of model, and also they're having a SQ rating of 9.0. So this is quite promising, and you can sell this for quite a number of years. But the problem is we are incurring storage cost, which is also very expensive. And then here in Latin America, you can see 7.1, and then we are having 499. Therefore, also a very good statistic, or very good characteristic of the inventory we are having. But again, there's a trade-off. So we need to strike a balance of what we need to do. We can decide that we do away with all the inventory we have, and then we start afresh, and that means we'll incur a lot of loss. As you can see here, let's just try to clear away all the inventory we have, and here you can see when we do that, we are making a very huge loss. When we try 50, and that is still let's try 75, you can see we are still making a loss here. And then here, let's try maybe 50. You can see the loss is increasing, but our ending cash balance is also, the ending cash balance is increasing, but we're still making a very huge loss. Therefore, if you decide to do this, it is going to be a very rough year for you, especially the current year. But when you start a new year, it's going to be very easy for you, because you can start from very negative values, that is for earning per share, return on equity. But then from that way, from next year, you'll have a positive startup, and you can still make a very huge progress from this negative value. Or you can decide that let's let's just let's clear the inventory moderately, and then we can incur the storage cost and warehouse cost, but we will sell them slowly as we continue from one year to the next, until we clear entire inventory that we are carrying. So the decision is up to you, but for me, I usually prefer to just clear the inventory and start afresh in the coming year. That will help us to avoid the problem of having to carry a very huge inventory. So the decision is up to you, but for me, I go for what I have here. So let's say 75, and that means I'll accept to make a loss, but at the same time, I'll have done away with the problem of inventory, and then I'll just start afresh, and that will really help me to manage my inventory going forward. Okay, because now we are making a loss, let's go to private label and see if we can find ways to maximize our profit. So let's go to North America and see how private label was sold here. We can see here 46.55, that's a good price. And here we can see 36. We have ability to produce as much as we need, so let's have here 1100, and then let's reduce the price to 43, and then here we have 600. That is what I was doing for, sorry, the one we entered there I was wrong. Here we can have, so 43 is just okay there. Let's check for Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific 48 is working, so let's do with 45, and then let's check Latin America. We have 746, 46 a price of 47 also sold, so let's check here. Let's give them 1200, and then price of 43 again, and then finally here we can have 1100, so that is 29 minus 23, that is 600. Let's enter here 600. So in Europe Africa, let's see Europe Africa. Uh, 51, that was quite high. Let's go with 45. So what we have is okay. And now let's go to celebrity endorsements. Big company, we only have one, so let's be aggressive and get some. So here 22, let's have 25, let's have 26, then here let's have 26, 26, then here let's have 27. So we are trying to be aggressive so that we can get as much as celebrities endorsements that we can. And then here let's go for 0 and then go with the percent. Energy efficient initiative, that is quite expensive. Finance and cash flow, a share price. Now let's take this opportunity to repurchase as much as shares as we can. We have 100, let's try 2000. Let's try 3000. So the maximum is 2277. Early repayment. We don't need to repay the loan, especially because now you can see we are having very bad rates for a loan, because our risk of default is quite high because we are making a loss. So we have decided to make a loss in this. This is year 16, but with this we are very sure when we start next year we are going to have a very promising earning per share return on equity, because our ability to make a profit coming next year is going to be very high. That's all for today. In case you have any question, especially when it comes to clearing huge inventory, you can reach out to us via the email provided on the video description. You can also WhatsApp us. We have provided the link on the video description too. And we are very sure that we can be of great help assisting you to recover in such a bad situation and still win your BSG game. That's all for today. Have a nice time.